What's good, honeys? It's your girl Sunny Lele, and I'm back today with another video. Today we're going to be doing this super cute updo style using double strand twists and lock knots. If you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram at sunny1_. If you're wanting to see how I got this gorgeous style, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Let's get into it. Not to mention, the style is low tension. Products used in this video: I hope y'all are excited for this style as much as I am. Like, literally, I envisioned this just how it came out. I am so in love with this style. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna comb out these edges. These are some old edges. They're just chilling on my head. So I'm just combing them out. I usually tend to wet my edges before combing them out, like so, just so that there's no extra breakage on my edges. Starting out this style, we're going to take a scrunchie and we're going to put up the middle of our head, and I'll show you in a little bit what I mean by this. You're going to take a small portion of the middle part of your hair and put it up as high as you can, making sure that you're not grabbing too tight because you want this to be a looser part of the hairstyle. After doing so, your hair should look like so, and you'll have hair around the middle. Now, I do like to go in and pull and tug until it's as flat as it can be against my head. After doing so, we're going to take the front part of our hair that we left out, and we're going to bring it up into that middle part. Doing our hair in layers like this creates the low tension style. You're always going to want to do your hair in layers if it's in a high updo. After pulling the front end up, we're going to secure it with a scrunchie. While doing so, we're just going to make sure that all of our hair in the front is as flat as it can be against our head. And I like to give it a little tug for a little added neatness. After doing so, you should see that the ponytail is starting to sit right on top of your head. This is what we want, okay? And we're just going to do the same process for the locks in the back. We're going to pull them up and into the ponytail. When you're bringing these locks up into the ponytail, make sure that you're raking through the locks so that they are completely straight and flat on your head. After securing it in a nice and neat ponytail, we're going to give it a little tug just to make sure everything is flat and pulled through. Right here, I'm just showing you how flat it is on my head and how high I was able to get the ponytail. After these steps, there's still a few more things to do, so let's get into it. We're going to create the base of this high pony by taking up to 4 locks and wrapping it around the scrunchie. While doing so, you want to make sure that these 4 locks, are as flat as they can be and not overlapping each other. And we're just going to go in and secure it with the needed amount of bobby pins. Base of this lock style should look like so, and you could hide the bobby pins, make them noticeable, but it won't really deter from the style. I say this because when you start your lock knots, it'll just cover up the showing bobby pins. Now we're gonna move into styling the actual ponytail. For this style, because my hair is on the thicker side, I only took every 2 locks and twisted it into a 2-strand twist. But I would say that if your hair is on the thinner side or the smaller lock spectrum, I would take more than 2 strands of my locks and put it into the 2-strand twist just to get a bit more of that chunkier style. Remember, when securing your 2-strand twist, you want to do it with the lock budding method, and this is just pulling the hair to an even amount so that all your hair is even. I thought this was a pretty cute style in itself, but there's more, so stay tuned. I decided that I wanted to go in and do some lock knots because I wanted a bit of a natural looking hairstyle. I wanted like the puffball look on top of my head without doing the puffball look, if you know what I mean. Right here, I'm just showing you an easier way to create a lock knot for beginners. You could just fold it upward to your desired length and just secure it with a rubber band. I ended up utilizing this lock knot technique, I guess you would say, throughout the whole lock style, just to save some time because the regular lock knots take a little bit more time. Right here, I'm just showing you the comparison from the lock knotted side to the regular 2-strand twisted side. Let's get into detail about this lock knot, okay? After bringing the lock to your desired length, you're going to wrap it around and pull the lock bud through the hole. After doing so, you're gonna secure that baby with a rubber band. Honey, let's get into these results. Okay, so I know by now my honeys can tell when I'm feeling a style. Like, look at me throwing my head back and forth. Come on now. Let's go do these edges. At this point, this is probably a whole catchphrase, but I loved this style, okay? Like, it's giving me yes. Just yes. Y-E-S. In capital letters. Big caps, okay? And if you don't know by now, I used Edge Boost, my go-to edge control, to achieve these beautiful edges. Before tying my hair down, I like to spray a bit of Got To Be Glued just to make sure that the style is really neat and really flat. We're gonna go in and tie this style down with a silk scarf. Now let's get into this style. I absolutely fell in love with this style. I'm doing it again, 10 out of 10, okay? If you enjoyed this lock style tutorial, be sure to give my video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I try my best to respond to all my honeys' comments. And follow my Instagram at Sunny1_. Until next time, toodles, honeys.
I'm up to this and I'm lifted. Pop me a perky, I feel it. I cannot fall in love. gave you my heart, you would miss it. Ay.